Double
Trigger.
Aha, y'all move on the road, the punch giant ready to take over.
Like
y'all move on the road, Papa come here again. Y'all move on the road, Papa Georgie come here again. Y'all move on the road, Mama Joe come here again. Move on the road, Judicial come here again. Now the whole country giant come here so victory. Better move on the road. I say you better move your road. You is about to get away. Victory. Pulling back to get away. Victory. We come here again. Move on the road, CTC come here again. Yeah, move on the road, Joe, we are coming again. Move on the road, Mama Joe, we come here again. Up in the road, CTC come here again. Now the whole country giant coming so. Victory. Better move on the road. Say you better move your road. Victory. Take it away. Victory. Better get away. Victory. We come here again. We forced to win the scheme. We come here again. Coalition for democratic change. Now the whole country champion they coming so. You better move on the road. I say you better move your foot. You big Paris and get away. Victory. Better get away. Victory. Yen say I'm on Bo, I say I come. Advocacy, musical corridor. Yen say I'm on Bo, I say I come. Judicial, shake your body, Judicial, shake your body, I don't shake your body, Judicial, shake your body, Acha le oh, see yo le oh, Acha le oh. Le oh say, le oh say, we'll celebrate. And where most go corridor. Today is a wonderful day. We'll celebrate. We'll celebrate. Today is a beautiful day. We'll celebrate. We'll celebrate. Judicial be ready. We'll celebrate. It's a holiday, your moment. We'll celebrate. You be bodies in your way, yeah. We'll celebrate. Nothing you can tell us now. We'll celebrate. Nothing you get to tell us now. We'll celebrate. We are inside the breeze. Politicians ain't worried. Mama, you are inside the breeze. Unity, body ain't worried.
Brothers International, y'all.
We feeling win a race.
CDC.
2017, we feeling win a race. Everybody look at this. We feeling win a race.
Y'all moving on the road because we coming in with four. Kakabella, Jella, Wapi. We coming there, y'all to beat it. Big politicians, we putting y'all on the ground. CDC, fini take it. We party, y'all can see it. John Man, we are. Joe, Howard Taylor. Go brothers, huh? We the one that country giant. Y'all know we the lion. We don't lie straight on giant. So save the people then. On the hands of the wicked one. Darkim and Fuha. So this time they gotta get away. But we are popo. That's sleeping Papa supposed to popo. Enter Joe and popo. That picking like that's supposed to popo. They call our heavyweight. That we the champion team. Peaceful we remain. International we do be. Sing with me, say Acha le oh. See oh le oh. Acha le oh. See oh le oh. Say power to the people. Report the men and do evil. They say the people why I'm not putting them in the spot. They get a big king. No easy rapping can rap the king. Can I get away? Can the party in your space? Ataraco we plugging. CDC now take it. DC, CDC we the champion team. Boom,
You Judicial, ruling party, you're in trouble. Come on, y'all move on the road. CDC coming in with four. We're not taking the straight for Joe. We're battle out to the chicken pro. AFC say I win the team, but who about wanna win the team? Now we the champion team, so for the win again. AFC say I turn giant, but win a lion from Zion. Now we the whole country giant, we eat again, now we eating cayenne. So if you're what, you be people, you'll be making buck. AFC we not someone sir. If you're in on the road, I keep with pour in your mouth. Ruling party, Jella, Walla, every one of y'all making paka. You guys see we take over, so you're coming in with four. We don't have for making fault, all we offer are making love. All the other party then going straight down to the doors. CDC we standing tall, observing and watching y'all. Y'all think that I'm thinking team, to be cheating the winning team. This time we too aware, so we changing the referee. This time we too aware, so we changing the referee. Y'all move on the road, Papa come here again. Y'all move on the road, Papa Georgie come here again. Y'all move on the road, Mama Joe come here again. Move on the road, CDC come here chayare kamizo. Yenye vetore, bere muemo. Yenye vetore, say your bere muyamo. Yenye vetore, you is about to get away. Yenye vetore, you sleepy baby get away. Yenye vetore, we come here again. Who wanna roll cities? He come here again. Young who wanna roll job, we are coming again. Who wanna roll mama Joe, I come here again. Up in the road city, she come here again. Now the whole country giant come so. Yenye vetore, better move on roll. Yenye vetore, say your better move your roll. Yenye vetore, job we are coming on. Yenye vetore, better get away. Yenye vetore.
Amanda, Abuelo, Amanda, Abuelo, Mai Puye, Liberia, Mai Jobia, Well, the record entertainment, Brothers International,
all day.
I think you know Bill Gunn, Big York, UJ. This time around, take it, CDC. All the way.
No, you cannot do that.
What
My
was?
initial
So
argument
why are
was,
you talking?
my initial argument was, she didn't receive a letter as an invite, but she did receive a text message. Don't change what I said. You can play the tape.
So can I finish?
You can finish if you want.
Okay.
You are a whole advisory committee person.
Stand on.
And
You're not
acting like
gonna.
you
You're not gonna do your flow.
And acting like you don't know.
Please, I want to look at his
James,
face.
James, keep it up.
Please, I want to look at his face.
James, keep it up. Keep it up, James.
You. Let me tell you something. You.
Honorable Vice President, today you concluded your testimony here in court, and there are many out there who believe in you. They believe that your testimony here has just brought the opposition to a stage where you lost that value. What do you make of that statement?
Well, thank you. I was not here to testify against. I was here to explain what I know of that transpired over the framework document. We came as colleagues in the interest of this country, and we believe that we're all people of integrity, that we're working together in the interest of the country. If there are things that went wrong, and I've been asked to explain, I'm here to testify on what I know in the interest of the public and to make our people know who we are and what we stand for.
Many from the opposition commented in terms of your testimony against Mr. Cummings, the one-time congress for the opposition bloc, as his testimony that is in pari passu to show that you are working in alignment with governmental property. What do you think?
The testimony was not against Mr. Cummings. The testimony was to see what we know about the framework document, whether this was a document that we signed, whether it was a document that we expected to have been filed to the NEC. That's what I testified.
How do you feel coming to court on three separate occasions when you are
6 separate occasions?
How do you feel?
Is to respect the rule of law in this country, to respect the court system, to show that I'm law-abiding, and I will do anything to make sure that the rule of law prevails.
Why it mean for you to sit?
You got angry at some point.
Well, I didn't sit in court as a criminal. I'm in court to testify to what I know.
One more question.
So, you said that there was a wrong within the framework document, and up to now you haven't pointed out any wrong to it. Even though when you were withdrawing your party from the CPP, you even stated that there was a fraud trade being made, but up to now your testimony haven't proven anything like that, sir.
Well, I leave that with the court.
Ambassador Boyga, one
That's
question.
it.
For the 20%, that the pronouncement by the finance minister was selling, we're not making the money available, and today we're going to look at the issue of a rent. Number 8, going to deploy with all allowance. Maintenance and thing for the next contingency, we're not going to get it. We're going to lose everything till the money can get out. We're going to tell you, you need to start paying on all these extra charges that people even call and paying on. But when you see your For making that statement, won't put the money in the bank. The Prime Minister, he was silly, stupid to make a statement, and now he's hurting us. You think I'm here to go sleeping no pleasure for me to sleep. You think when they take out of that mission, you think I don't want to suffer? No. For the 20%, that the pronouncement by the Prime Minister was silly, we're not making the money available, and today we're going to look at the issue of a rent. Number 8, going to deploy with all allowance. Maintenance and thing for the next contingency, we're not going to get it. We're going to lose everything till the money can get out. We're going to tell you need to start paying on all these extra.
CDC must run in many countries. We are convinced. The line is not much. He wants to go to political when we are here. I checked the long days. I'm Mobake Molu, chairman of the Coalition for Democratic Change. On December 8th, one of us will leave this position. I will defeat the law. The law, if I don't defeat you, let me resign as chairman of the CDC on December 8th.
Going the way of the state.
It's very much great, and in fact, it helping the prosecution. I think.
So are you still ready? Are you still prepared, or do you still have the institution that you said the government has identified if Mr. Cummings is found guilty to go and do his community service?
Well, we haven't reached that level yet. You know, the last time when I said it here, people saw it quite inflammatory. I don't want to go that route.
But is there something that you want to see happen? Even though you don't want to go that route, but do you want Mr. Cummings put behind bars or to go to a school and teach the ethics of?
Do you have a problem with anybody going to school to teach?
What do you want?
The changing at a certain phase of the trial, I will determine the scope and direction of this case, and I'm weighing the evidence, I'm producing the evidence in court. Somebody asked me today and say, "Have you given the evidence?" I'm producing the evidence in court.
For how long?
Well, I had a total of 34 witnesses, but I may dispense with some.
So why did you even consider in the first place, Mr. Solicitor General, Mr. Cummings not spending time behind bars, the 12 to 24 months, rather than going to, if you want to put it that way, community service?
The role of the prosecutor or prosecution is not necessarily to convict. It's to ensure that justice is served. And under our principle of law, acquittal is also justice. Do you agree with that? Okay. So let's assume that at the end of everything that Mr. Cummings is acquitted, or the state decide to enter, for example, to abort the trial for some reason, for some manifest necessity. I say assuming without a meeting, I'm saying something. That in itself is still a form of justice in itself. But as we're proceeding now, the evidence, I'm glad.
Liberia has a serious problem right now, and that's taking on a number of issues. Foremost among them is the issue of corruption. And this is an issue that we are seeing across the board, not just in Liberia, but in other places. And for me, corruption is an act of robbery, plain and simple. It's a cancer in our societies. It is government stealing from the people of Liberia, from the mouths of children. It takes away access to health care. It denies citizens their right to public safety. It stops young people of Liberia from getting the education they deserve. It takes the future away from them. It prevents this country from having the healthy business environment that it needs to lift Liberia out of poverty. It has denied Liberia its place in history, a successful and prosperous country with so many resources to contribute to its people's well-being. Corruption is a democracy killer, and we cannot have that in a place like Liberia, which we're counting on as a bulwark for Africa's democracy. To me, this is the most pressing, it's the most forward-looking challenge facing Liberia today. Liberia has a serious problem right now, and that's taking on a number of issues, foremost.
We give God the glory for our return.
Amen.
Protem, distinguished colleagues, first I want to thank Senator Advocacy and Protem for the leadership that is being executed over the Senate. We had a meeting before our return, and we said that we will conduct ourselves as elders in this hall when we're in session. The country will know that we're doing the work and not be all across the floor and I see that we're observing that. I want to thank all of us so that this place can have some certainty. I've gone to the Supreme Court. I see that even the president behaved himself. Here we can bring that certainty to this body. I want to thank you. First time I listened to your agenda, setting the agenda for the Senate as we proceed. All of us out there, the entire country, home and abroad, they're looking to this body and blaming the Senate for everything. We in session now. If there's traffic outside there, you say your senator, what you're doing. They don't say representative. And the only reason why the people rightfully somehow blame us or look to us, they should say something. When the people using a yardstick sometimes, not rational, but blaming us for everything, it means they got too much faith in us to do a lot of things that they believe we can do. I hope our return will see a change. I don't want to come and we have speeches, vote, and nothing happening. It will reduce my energy. I look at the agenda you set, very fine. While we were on break, even before we went on break, but while we were on break, it looked like the country was waiting for us to go on break for mysterious deaths and rape to increase. Princess Copper, Melvin, I'm talking about my mother and other parts in the country. Mysterious deaths, unanswered mysterious deaths and rape. And every time we government are not proactive with updating our people. In other countries, when a crime or what appears to be a crime or suspicious something occurs, the relevant authorities update, even if it is hourly basis. When you regularly update, it can help to erase suspicion, speculation, and more of every suspicious death in this country, not that government kills somebody. Because government, we are not doing our work to the people. I hope we can have the answers to the unanswered questions regarding these mysterious deaths and rape. Protem, your agenda talks about the airport. It's all of us concerned. I can only hope we derive a decision through a vote as to how we go forward. The president made a nomination to that airport, and the nomination claimed the attention of the whole world because the whole world knows what's happening at the airport. So any nomination to that airport will rightfully claim the attention of the whole world. Thankfully, I'm co-chair of the committee that is responsible to do that confirmation here. We will be here. Protem, we also talk about Elections Commission writing us to ask, to inform us about the impossibility of holding the elections in Lofa. So this thing is not here about Lofa. The Elections Commission needs to come tell us here what are the independent, or will take that thing about independence from them. What are they competent to do their work? Because there was an election held in Lofa. The Elections Commission declared a winner. No court in this country have nullified that result. When we, and I'm saying we, you being the leader of this place, recognizing that one seat has been taken by operation of law since 2020, you wrote the Election Commission, their business was to tell us that they had election, they had declared a winner. 2, Election Commission entertained a matter before them that they decided in the end that they had no jurisdiction over. Any court, any tribunal, any administrative body, before a year's a matter, the first question it asked itself to answer, whether it has jurisdiction over that matter. Election Commission wasted 3 weeks of the local election hearing a CPP free work case. In the end, they said, we get authority to deprive or grant people rights. Only the Constitution can do it through the Supreme Court. Why did you hear that case? If you are through that matter, or maybe elections were taking place in Lofa, we come in Lofa additional money. Election Commission people must be brought here. We got to grill these people. Program as I'm winding down on my time. Yeah, please give me a I want you to please consider on your agenda. Thank you. I want you to please consider on your agenda during our session. We want to know the status of printing money. What happened to the Liberian dollar? Project, beginning Thursday, I'm going to resurrect the issue about domestic debt. It should be part of your agenda. We want to know the status of the domestic debt and where is the verified list from the Ministry of Finance. There's some vessel issue that some we took a decision, the family, some of them in my office already. They haven't been, the executive have not done much, done anything in that situation. They approve budget, we pass the budget. When they approve budget, we don't have it, they will bring it at the end of the budget year. We need it, we want to know what are the things in the budget approved and when we approve it. In closing, I will be asking us to please invite the Minister of State with our portfolio, so we can get a clear understanding as to whether the invisible part is private property or public property and how they were funded for the sake of the record for today and tomorrow. Thank you and God bless you.
Let my brother be found. It's this. I gave y'all a time. Let my brother be found. Let my brother be found. Enough is enough. Enough is enough. There ain't no way for somebody to just disappear. Just like that. Ain't no way for somebody to be disappeared. Just like that. Let it be warning to our fucking grandchildren. Let my brother be found. Down to the government, because I know you work in the government also. Liberia, let my brother be found. I'm not joking. Let him be found, or else. They say, enough is enough. Yeah? You enter in the house, you clear the house. We stay here. You kill our loved one. You take their life. They know you kill them. You take the innocent soul. Not this one. Not this one. It should be alive. It must be alive. Grandchildren, whatever, and his wife. You woman, go back to your fucking village. Make sure my brother is found. Or else, I'm not playing with you. I am not playing. I'm including you. You know something about it. Just where every one of you guys go to the government. Every one of you guys in Liberia, let my brother be found. It's a fucking threat. Let him be found. I'm not fucking kidding. Because when you let the devil to get out of me, it will not be easy. You say I'm fucking already rude. I will show the past rudeness In that country, y'all will regret for the rest of your life. I will be right in my house. It will be World War III. I'm not joking. Y'all see the wicked out of me, and y'all not like it. Great Chile, let my brother Alfred Donald be fucking found. Let my brother Alfred Donald be fucking found. It's not gonna remain. Let me tell you, y'all not take the soul. You take the soul. You take all the soul for our family, not this one. Enough is enough. Let me tell you, let my brother be found. Let my brother be found. Or else. Okay. We are here. I already started the process. Or else. It will be World War III in that fucking Liberia. That's it. Somebody cannot go like that. Somebody cannot disappear like that. Somebody cannot disappear like that. Somebody cannot go like that. Let my brother be found. Let my brother be found. Let my brother be found.
Mr. Smith, we want to present to you about 300,000 signatures based on the work we did with us last year, the hearing on the 21st of June for human rights for the TRC in Liberia. I know the Congress is supporting us financially because that is the excuse. The another excuse was that the people were not ready for one economic country. This is the proof of that. We just want to present that to you, and you can see a few words to the Liberian people to let us know where you stand at this point. But first of all, for listening to us and giving us voice, especially to us, the women of Liberia, the women of the world. You made us proud, you made us heard, because you created the space to be heard, that we matter. Thank you.
Thank you so much. And 300,000 signatures, what a powerful testimony. You all have done an amazing job, let me say that first and foremost, in making Congress aware, further aware of the need for the tribunal. You know, there's one thing to have a court in Sierra Leone, and certainly Dr. White did a tremendous job on that. Charles Taylor now, you know, was convicted 50 years. But there's so many other people who have committed atrocities that are on the streets, have not been held to account, and justice delayed is justice denied, but it can't be delayed any longer. So my hope, and I have chaired the Africa committee for the Foreign Affairs Committee, also two other human rights panels in the U.S. Congress. This tribunal is an absolute necessity. It's also been prescribed by law, so it's not like it's something that we're just doing. It has to be done, and it also, legally speaking, must be done as well. So thank you for the leadership you all have provided to Liberia first and foremost, but to the world, to understand the need to hold perpetrators of horrific crimes to account. Without that, impunity reigns. So everyone who has committed an atrocity and a crime, there needs to be an all-out attempt to hold them to account. So thank you. 300,000 signatures is an enormous amount of work, but above all, it shows that the people of Liberia want this. So that tells all of us in the U.S. Congress, Democrats and Republicans alike, Senate and House alike, and the White House, that this is something that we have to get behind 1,000%. So my appeal to the people in the government is to no more delay. Do this.
Thank you.
Thank
and
you.
You've not understood of us for this. You did a DD, you stood of us, you signed documents, and you love it for us. We just want to say thank you so much.
Thank
we
you.
appreciate you.
Appreciate you. Congratulations. Thank you very, very much.
You brought me amongst the people! God, wow! I got too much sense of boy in our country, man! Why you put me in our country? Why you put me in our country? Why you put me in our country? No, you owe me an apology! You owe me an apology! nonsense what baby is. Oh man. Why you put me in that country for? Why you put me among stupid people? God! Why you put me in Ghana and this man? Why you put me and eat? If you could go to America, why you go Ghana and bomb me there? You put me among stupid people? Why? Oh man, oh. My mom punished me, Melo. She punished me. Yeah, they won't punish me. She really punished me. She punished me. I will never forget the woman. I will never forget the woman. Tell me. I will never forget my mom. I will never forget my mom. I will never forget the woman here. Bomb me among stupid people. The woman went and bombed me among stupid people. I will never forget my mom. The way I see ma, you look at me. You look at me. The thing you did to me. The punishment you get it for my whole life. You bomb me in that country. You get access. You had access to where America, and you meet me. You bomb me in that country with stupid people. Today, make me a suffer today. Et tout people, the premier most super people. Man, I got too much sense there. I got too much sense. The premier most people there. I got too much sense. How can one be stupid like this? How can one be too stupid like this, man? Oh God, why you put me in that profile? People, man. Damn it. Pour me among stupid people. But too stupid. Damn it.
Debate, open debate.
Debate where?
With it's been reported that you push for an open debate
with your contender.
With
Thomas Fala.
Fala.
Yeah. I'm waiting for the day CDC will drink the Carel's Great liquor, mobile Molu liquor, and bring Thomas Fala near me even for 5 minutes for us to have debate, no trade rack, but on the issues, and we'll talk integrity issues with credibility and evidence. You know, CDC, Sir Joseph, Thomas Fala, Carel's Great and running all around. Apple, they don't receive money for medical. And you know what I do?
Yeah.
The only reason why you see I chose not to talk about it, you reporting from the Capitol building, there's special setting fee. That who brought it to light that I'm not signing for my check until the staff in the building got theirs. I brought it to the public, right? I insisted among senators that if we have to set extra setting and get extra setting fee, our employees must get extra setting fee. Because once we are in office, they too are in office, they are doing practically all the work. I don't type in my office, I got people to type. I don't put my own how you call it, schedules together, visitation schedule and all that stuff. I got appointment secretary. My chief of staff works. The people who clean the bathroom, they work. So when we're doing extra work like overtime, they must get extra pay overtime. You know that. And the staff in the building honor me for standing for them for the first time in more than 10 years that they got their extra setting fee as a result of my insistence as a senator that if the staff don't get, I won't sign for my check. I brought it to the public. Then it is constituency break. We go on annual break. Every year they gave us annual break money. Last year before I went to America, I was right in the studio and I announced it. This year I announced the same. But you know, because CDC doesn't have anything credible against me, Sir Joseph, sadly though, if they account for a Carel's Great, then I will understand because that's the usual thing. But for Sir Joseph to come to the public to say Senator Dillon got $10,000 US for medical benefit. I'm using Joy FM because that's the first time I'm responding to this publicly.
Okay.
I'm using Joy FM to challenge not only Sir Joseph, the entire government, to show proof that Senator Dillon and senators got $10,000 for medical benefit in the last 1 month or the entire year since I became senator. If they show proof of such, I will resign. I won't contest. I will relieve them of their Dillon or Dillon because they're worried about Dillon. You worry about Dillon so much until you got to lie. So I'm coming to help you now or to expose you more.
Okay.
The government is the one that get all the money, right? I'm challenging President Weah and his gang, including Sir Joseph and Thomas Fowler and what he need, Carol Gray and Dixon Sibo, who are running all over the places. If Dillon receive $10,000 for medical, and all of y'all receive it, you try your own. That my own I thought I want you making other campaign. Yeah. If we receive it, and I receive it, if it was bad for me to receive it, it was good for you to receive it. I don't understand these people. Okay. But I am putting myself on the record. I am challenging President Weah and his gang, from the finance ministry to central bank, to the Liberian Senate. If they show proof that Senator Dillon got a dime for medicals since I became senator, including in the last 1 month, $10,000 for medical, I will relieve them of that worry. I will resign.
Okay. And not contest.
Wow. But you see, for them, they have no credibility on losing anything. I dare Sir Joseph to call. I challenge Carol Gray and Dixon Sibo and the Thomas Fowler, all of them to call right now. Or you take your microphone to them and say, Dillon, now make it easy for you.
Yeah.
He's the man who worry you so much and the entire government can sleep. He not make it easy for you. He said you should prove that he got medical benefit. He will not contest.
Okay. So we'll just read some of the concerns on the social media, those watching us.
The man who liberated the people of Tanganyika in Zanzibar. I call Alaji Jibi Kuma to show character. I call him to Ahmed Sekou Touré. I call him to Amka Cabra. I call him to Fidel Castro, Zofi Kiba. These are men who stood to push the agenda of the ordinary people. They raised their life in order for the people not to be identified by their religion, by their culture, by their tribe, but to be identified by their nationalities and by their dignities as men. He was a very important character, and that was say revolutionary don't die, because revolution is a dream that will pass for a generation to generation. So Alhaji Jibi Kuma was a very important man, not only to me, but to the entire country.
Who was this character Jibi Kuma during his days? Which kind of character was the late Jibi Kuma?
Alhaji Jibi Kuma was a political leader. Alhaji Jibi Kuma was an educator. Alhaji Jibi Kuma was a military leader. Alhaji Jibi Kuma was a trained and certified cadre revolutionary and special commando. So he was celebration, and that is why it is not a surprise to see men and women who are abandoned their doing to assemble here today to celebrate, not to mourn the death of Alhaji Jibi Kuma. And we will continue to celebrate the distinct character in our existence.
So, from your own perspective, what loss have this great departure of Jibi Kuma caused for the Islamic community, the Christian community, the country as a whole?
It is a great loss, but it is not saddening, because we all know that the final destination of man is death. We all know that many great men have died, but what is significant? What the institution you build? We can thank God today when Alhaji Jibi Kuma was in the trenches, in the butchers, to ensure that the peoples are united and liberated. He did not limit his effort to the armed struggle. He formulated a political institution that one day the militants in the struggle will be demilitarized and will be demobilized. There will be a time where people will go and sit around table, and at that time pen and paper will work. Which institution will instruct these men that have taken arms? And that is what the All Liberian Coalition Party was funded in the 90s. And today, we thank God that All Liberian Coalition Party is alive. Our own responsibility now is to make sure that we maintain them, to hold to the sacredness and the doctrine of the revolution that Alhaji Jibi Kuma brought.
So as GV have been laid to rest, others are saying that the All Liberian Coalition Party have abandoned other tribes that GV Kuma incorporated into the All Liberian Coalition Party. Do you have any message for the current leadership of the All Liberian Coalition Party?
I don't want to agree with this. Look, my friend, political party membership is free. To join political party is a voluntary movement. I don't want to believe that there is a system set up within the... I'm not a member and I'm not speaking officially for the All Liberian Coalition Party. But by the law of Liberia, we are quite aware that political party membership is free to all. It's open to all. So if other people are not well represented in the formation, in the hierarchical order, and the modern running of the All Liberian Coalition Party, these are information that need to be investigated. And when that information is authenticated, then action needs to be taken. Because political parties came to fight the agenda of the people and must not be used as an instrument of deprivation, must not be used as an instrument of marginalization. It must be used as an instrument of unity that will bring the people from diverse backgrounds and forward their common agenda.
So you've been talking about maintaining and sustaining the legacy of GV Kuma. There are other prominent Muslim Adingo here. What message do you have for them so that the legacy of GV Kuma can live?
I have one thing to tell them, and that is why I mentioned in my speech. I never allowed an outsider to define who is your leader. And the thing for you to allow an outsider to determine who is your leader, it means that you must ask the reason, why am I existing? GV Command, he is a leader. The message that must be left with the current generation, it is to follow the liberation struggle that GV Command passed through. Today, when you go to the great United States of America, you people will be happy to attend George Washington University. Do you know who was George Washington? He was a warlord. Today, when you go to France, the French people celebrate General de Gaulle, Charles de Gaulle. You know who was he? He was a warlord. You go to Mozambique, Samora Moses Messiah was a military leader. Prime Minister of Winston Churches of the great United Kingdom fought a war, World War II, that you are aware. War is not for the give ghosts. It is human beings that fight war. And war, nobody will go into history without victimizing a portion of the society. The struggle of a large GV Command was not to victimize innocent people. And we believe that innocent people will do enough. Victimize. They were dignified in the struggle. As today, you can move up and down in Liberia. The identity crisis in Liberia is one. Today, we see ourselves as Liberians. This is a struggle that GV must move for, and we must be proud. Today's generation must recognize the great work, the great legacy of GV Command, that he stood for the ordinary money, karama, and celibate seller to be selling that celibate to the industry freely. That he stood today that you will assemble to speak on great occasion. I'm speaking. There's nobody to terrorize me. These are the struggle that GV Command stood for. He was a lecturer. He was an intellectual. A trained and sacrificed special forces commando. A revolutionary cadre. We must celebrate him.
He has been laid to rest. What is the final message to GV Kuma as we all depart from here today?
Thank you very much, comrades. My final message here is we have to withhold the dreams of GV Command so that we will continue to achieve the struggle that was impacted on us by GV Command. The soldier who stole by GV Command, we must take care of them. We must look after them. They were not armed robbers. They were trained commandos who were trained to protect and defend humanity. The soldiers must be prioritized. The common people, and one thing let me tell you today, GV Command did not go into politics to amass wealth for himself. No, he was not a mini capitalist or a bourgeois who was interested in looking for money. His interest was for to unlearn the lives of the people. And we that have left behind, we must understand that the essence of the existence of governments and governance system, it is to impact the lives of the people. It is not to go and loot the country. One man is building 10 houses. You will occupy a single room. That single room, you will not occupy all, a portion of that single room. And one day, you will be driven from that single room. I'm a Muslim, the Quran say, and I'm a quote. He said, "But is that no because it's sorry? When I answer about now home, just my easy, when I get a salute." He said, "When the day and the trumpet shall be blown, the honorable title shall wipe away, your power shall wipe away, your money shall wipe away, your belongings shall wipe away, children and good shall deny you. That day, your corrupt lawyer will never speak for you again." And that is the day we will remember. Why is it that one man continue to enjoy the wealth of the country and thousands of the young men have been reviewing in the streets as ordinary beggars? It's unacceptable. So it means that the struggle continue. I will tell the people that the struggle of Alhaji Jibi will continue, and we must hold to the sacrament, the doctrine, and the philosophical doctrine, the belief of the revolution that Alhaji Jibi Kuma lay off for us. We must not betray, and we must not negate our moral responsibility to transform our country, Liberia. Thank you very much for having me in front of me.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. That was the word of one of the trained cadre who participated into the liberation of the Republic of Liberia, speaking to Strong FM.
Let me say good afternoon to all of my followers. Good afternoon to everyone wherever you are. I have been purely busy for the past few weeks that I have not been coming on. I apologize for that. It is a situation beyond my control. You know, elections is around the corner. So I was making a lot of negotiations for our studio in the diaspora for us to be able to link to a radio stations, but many of the radio stations have been saying that they don't want to host a show that is against the government. And I told them that I'm not against the government, the we-are-led government. I'm there to speak on the truth. And that truth is the truth, nothing else but the truth. But let us dive into another issues. Let us dive into another issue here this afternoon. The issue of Dubai. The issue of Dubai. What is our government doing? I'm not talking about other African leaders. I'm not talking about other Congress and compeers for other African countries. But what our government is doing. But I will leave that topic for tonight because I am due to receive some clip from Dubai. I am due to receive some clips from Dubai, a Liberian. I'm not talking about other nationality. A Liberian. Maybe some of you guys have seen that clip. But merely tonight, I'm going to be purely on the government. I'm going to be keenly attacking the government, the four corners of the government. I'm going to be attacking it. I'm going to be attacking them. Maybe some of you guys have seen that clip. The person that filmed that clip, the person be sitting next to me. A Liberian girl eating poo, feces, in the name of money rituals. A Liberian girl. I'm not talking about other nationality. I'm not talking about other nationality. To see a Liberians girl eating poo, feces, that is hilarious. That is something that I cannot wrap my head around it. But I will be bringing the clip to you this evening or tonight. For me to see our country going that route, Liberian girl reducing herself. Hey man, what kind of money you looking for? What kind of money do you want in this world? The man does not even respect you. The man, as I learned, the other clip that the guy said that he was going to send me, the poor chain rub on the girl's neck and walk with her. And the guy, when the guy pee on her in the camel, the girl face is in the toilet. I can't wait to receive those clips this evening for me to be able to shine light on the government. It is so for men to be able to waste your waste. Your waste, for your waste to be into somebody, and then somebody taking your waste and licking it. Man. What kind of country, or what kind of country that we are in? So I'll be bringing you that clip tonight. Tell your friends. Tell your friend that the magnificent Abraka Talk Show, he is back. He is back to talk. The guy told me that it is true. I've been launching my investigation on the poo eating something. Hey man, for God in heaven's sake, poo, feces that come from your anus, and then you defecate, and then the people eating it. Amen. Amen. But don't miss it tonight. Don't miss it tonight. I just came to tell you that but howsoever be the case, we are having one radio station, which of course I will not announce here, that we're going to carry out live in Liberia, and then we'll be taking call in LRB and here as well. Don't miss the show tonight. Tonight at 11. Don't miss the show. 11 Central Time, which should be 12 a.m. from your side. Don't miss it. Don't miss it. Because it's going to be quite very, very interesting. The guy told me that the clip, he will send it to me. The guy told me that, Abraham, when you watch that clip and see how this girl, our own country woman, our own country girl, how they, when they sold themselves cheap. That's the reason why Liberian men don't see value in some of our women. That is the reason. That is the reason. But I will shine light on that tonight. For me, issue that I can take to discuss, that is an issue where other people can be trying to answer. Those are the issues that I can invite on my pedestal for me to be able to discuss. What the gender minister doing? But I'll be shining light on that tonight. Feast my people. Is that something that people, is that something for human being to eat? Is that something for human being to eat? Somebody waste? Is people is people have turned out to food? But tell your followers, tell our followers that I'm back, that I will shine light on that tonight. I will be able to shine light on that. For me to be able to open you guys' eyes, for you guys to see. Thank you, and have a God bless day. See you at 11 p.m. See you when I see you.